Please welcome three-time AFI AACTA winner Richard Roxburgh and four-time winner and Best Supporting Actor nominee tonight, Hugo Weaving.
Hello, mate. Good evening, everyone. Rox and I are here tonight to present the Longford Lyell Actor Award.
It's the Academy's highest honour, and it celebrates those who've made a truly outstanding contribution to Australia's screen culture.
And you won't meet anyone more committed to Australian dramatic arts or more inspiring to young actors to excel at their craft than Cate Blanchett.
I've known Cate since she was fresh out of drama school. I worked with her first on stage when she was Ophelia, when I played Hamlet. And I remember her as unfailingly truthful, utterly exposed, brimming with tears and covered with snot. I would exit most nights with a fairly liberal coating of Blanchett snot. This was a young lady who was never afraid to get messy and to get ugly. She was, in short, exceptional.
And directors around the world have fallen under Cate's spell ever since she was first cast in her first film, Paradise Road, by Bruce Beresford.
Cate, congratulations on the award. I'm Bruce Beresford. I'm a lot older than when we made Paradise Road, but I remember when you came in the first time you read for me in the audition, I said to the casting director, that young woman's going to be a world-famous actress within a couple of years. And I was right, for once. Congratulations again.
Hi, Cate. It's Sam Raimi, your director on 1999's The Gift. Now, although that movie didn't do very well at the box office, actually, that's a common trait amongst a lot of your films. Yeah. But congratulations on tonight's award. It's a great honor, and I'm very happy for you.
Congratulations on your award. I've managed to work with you only once. It was a terrific experience, and it was such great fun. Hopefully we'll find something else for us to do together soon. As they say here, good on you, mate.
You know, I've had a lifetime in this business, and I've witnessed some brilliant artists plying their trade, from Henry Fonda and Betty Davis and John Wayne, to the director Vincent Minnelli and George Lucas, to Russell Crowe and Tom Hanks, and to you, Cate. You are brilliant, and you do honor to your craft. Enjoy the event, and I hope to see you soon. God bless.
Hey, Cate. Having working with you have been one of the most beautiful and amazing experience of my life as a director. You are not only one of the greatest actresses ever, but a beautiful person. So I'm very happy of you receiving this very well-deserved recognition tonight. And I hope that you are happy, that you get drunk, and that we work again very, very, very soon. I send you a big Mexican hug from your friend Alejandro. Ciao, ciao.
Whatever it is they put in the water out there, where so many extraordinary actors have found their roots, you are a beacon, a galaxy, and a mensch. Congratulations.
And that was Todd Haynes at the end there, who directed Carol, Cate's latest movie, which comes out next month. As we just saw, Cate has left a lasting impression on some of the world's best directors, including Gillian Armstrong.
Miss Blanchett, I was going to try and say, when you came to audition for me as that hot young NIDA graduate for Oscar and Lucinda, I was going to lie and say I saw then a star. But you know, I'm such a pathetic liar, so I probably should tell the truth, that you turned up with bleached white hair, no eyebrows, a really, really revolting head cold. But you did make it to the shortlist, and that second audition, with eyebrows, we went, that's our Lucinda. And I don't know if you knew, but it was like 5 months of pitching to 20th Century Fox to say, please let us cast this amazing young actress. Yeah, she's a nobody, but we promise one day she'll be somebody. And the only way I talked Peter Chernin, the head of Fox, into casting you was I had to describe every inch of your face to him and say that is a face that will one day be on magazine covers. So I thank you for making my promise come true. I was actually writing the speech and went by a bus stop just in the weekend, and there you were looking at me. And every time I see you, I go, yay. So Oscar and Lucinda was sort of important for a couple of reasons. One, that when our trailer was run at working title, Shekhar Kapoor went, there is my Elizabeth. And so your career was launched internationally. I wished it was launched internationally with Oscar and Lucinda, but, you know, it was an art film. And then there was the second reason. We had like a hiatus in the middle of the shoot because we had to drown Oscar. So we let you go off for a week, and you went and visited somebody else's set, and you played around with some of the crew, and you came back and you said, I'm in love. So, you know, you've always made good choices. And I sort of feel somehow like I'm your director, but I feel like your second mother, because I'm so proud of you. And I could bang on like all the other directors about your great talent, but I know you've got guts, you work hard, you take risks. But you know what I'm most proud about? That you've used your celebrity, you've used that face on the magazines to say, I believe in this, and this matters, and this cause matters. And I think that you've done that with great grace, and you're an extraordinary role model. So, what can I say? You've given so much back to this country. You could have stayed, you and Andrew came back and really put your heart and soul into fighting for a great theatre company, giving chaps like this a chance to, you know, like everyone already knows them in the movies, but they came and they had standing ovations in New York and in London. And I think that for that, you deserve this award. What can I say? You're too beautiful, you're too talented, you're a mother of, I did see you on the Jimmy Show and you couldn't even remember how many children you've got. But I believe it's 4 at the moment, unless you're trying to outdo Angelina, and 2 dogs. So you deserve this, kid. I love you.
After Oscar and Lucinda, the girl from suburban Melbourne, sometimes known as Cate Blanchett, had the world on its feet, applauding, and a generation of Australian actors keen to follow her lead. If anything demonstrated that hard work and determination got you places, then Cate's performance as Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator was it.
We're too alike, you and I.
You met someone?
Someone more appropriate to me, I mean.
What does that mean? More appropriate?
Someone more attuned to my needs.
Look at me, Katie. Stop acting.
Oh, I'm not acting.
It's been over 10 years since we worked together on The Aviator, and I think of it every day. I remember when I read the script and I thought, how are we going to do this? I mean, who could play Katharine Hepburn? And then I was at the Golden Globes. I think I was there for Gangs of New York, and you came out to present something, and you sort of walked across the stage in this, I think, an Armani dress, and my wife leaned over Helen and just said, "There's your Katharine." I said, "You're right." And somehow it all worked out. And we got to work together, and it was astonishing and moving, genuinely and continually for me. And since then, I've marveled with the work you've done with all these other directors. I've marveled, and I've become increasingly irritated by this. I mean, Todd Haynes, and Todd knows I love his work for years. I mean, but, you know, So when are we going to work together again? So congratulations, Cate, to you, and my love to you and your family, and have a wonderful night.
So with an Oscar in hand, some people might have taken a breather, but showing her belief in our local industry, she came back home and with her husband's company, co-produced and starred in Little Fish.
It's one thing saying you support the Australian films, but putting your money where your mouth is something else altogether. And Little Fish was an extraordinary film for all of us to make, and Cate gave everything she had. And I was thrilled when she picked up the AFI award for her work on Little Fish.
Always on the go, she was soon overseas again, working opposite the box office stars she now counted as her peers. Then, in an extraordinary lane change, Cate and her husband Andrew took over the artistic directorship of the Sydney Theatre Company. Now, I remember seeing her one night in Washington when we were performing Uncle Vanya there, just before we were about to go on stage. She'd taken a call telling her about a director who had withdrawn from a project for the following year. It was, by any measure, a disaster. So she started making emergency calls trying to find a solution. Meanwhile, she was simultaneously entertaining her kids backstage and trying to prepare for Chekhov. I thought, holy crap, how's she gonna, you know? And she put the phone down, she cried for about 25 seconds, she took a huge breath and swept on stage to deliver yet another indubitably radiant performance. So that's how she does it. Shortly after, she played the lead in Woody Allen's Blue Jasmine.
And with the second Oscar on her mantelpiece, Cate's clout helped persuade Robert Redford to shoot his political drama Truth in Sydney, creating jobs here and providing an avenue for Australians to showcase their skills.
Our story was about whether the president fulfilled his service. Nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about fonts and forgeries. And they hope to God the truth gets lost in the scrum.
You can usually define a performer by their work. And if that's the case, then I think we can all understand why Cate is receiving this award. Her work is extraordinary, and she makes it look easy, which is not an easy thing to do for actors, but she does. Her intelligence, her acute intelligence, and her wisdom all work together in a seamless way. Now, I can speak to this firsthand because I just finished acting with her, and I can only say that as an actor, she was so easy, it was like something fluid flowing between two people. Didn't require a lot of thought, didn't require a lot of rehearsal, didn't require a lot of this or that. It just kind of happened. And that's to her credit, because she is so talented. She's so multifaceted. It really pisses me off. Congratulations, Cate.
Her sheer dedication to the Australian dramatic arts and encouragement of homegrown talent is an inspiration. And it's our privilege to call her a friend. We love you dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Longford Lyell AACTA Award, Cate Blanchett.
Thank you. Thank you. Look, I just want to sort out this snot stuff. There's been some really nice things said about me. Look, no mucus. I've had my sinuses cauterized, which is not a sort of a metaphorical way of saying I've had my breasts done. I've actually had them cauterized. So there's no mucus anymore. Thank you. To receive this from you guys is astonishing. You're not only three of the most influential people in my career. Oh, I've become one of those ridiculous people who cry. It's just a fucking award. But also three of the greatest humans that I've had the great pleasure to work with and call my friends, so thank you. And there's several of you in the house tonight, and Sasha's there, and Marta's there, so many of you. Oh, it's so annoying. And look, I want to thank, when AACTA called and said that they wanted to present this to me, and thank you for saying about the younger actors that I have influenced, and pointing to my age. Perhaps I am old enough to receive this, but maybe I do need to get that breast job. But there's so many people more deserving, I think, of Jill Bilcock and Margaret Pomerantz. There's so many people who could be receiving this. So thank you to AACTA. But particularly, thank you for recognising Lottie Lyell's work and expanding the title of this award. So often in any industry, the film industry is no exception, female achievement, just sort of, because we just get on and do stuff. Gets swept under the carpet. So I think it's fantastic that AACTA is coming into the 21st century. And so it's got a particular pleasure for me to receive this, and also with the extraordinary and eclectic bunch of people who've received it before me. I have no words of wisdom, except to say that I think that careers are sort of based on a lot of timing, good timing and opportunity. And when I came out of drama school back in 1992, yes, probably there's a lot of people in the room who weren't even born then, but we won't even go there. There were a swathe of actresses who had already blazed a trail where I could see a possibility of forging a career. And Ruth Cracknell, Judy Davis, Toni Collette, Rachel Griffiths, Claudia Carvin. I mean, the list is endless. Jackie McKenzie. And that was an incredible time to be coming out of drama school. Also, when there was a great sense of pride in our industry. And walking that red carpet, every time we all do, we talk about, isn't this a great year for Australian film? Is this some fluke, or it's something we should be surprised by? We should be bloody proud of it. And we don't need, the films don't necessarily need to go to another country. Our stories are worth consuming here. And box office is great, and I all hail to the extraordinary and diverse films that have made, had huge successes at the box office, but it's not the only measure of success. And I'm incredibly proud to continue to work in this industry for no other reason than it's great. And the other thing is, I didn't know you were going to be here, Jill, because I was going to talk about you. But you're here, so here you are. Here I am. But I've had incredible opportunity. And there are many, many, many people I need to thank in the Australian film industry. But I wanted to talk about Jill, because Jill talked about how ugly I was. I was actually working with Hugo at the time, playing an albino Italian. But no, it wasn't ugly. Just didn't have any eyebrows, and now I'm on magazine covers, so things are okay, apparently. Thanks, Jill. But no, just different. No, but I did want to say that Jill admitted to say that she had to fight very, very hard back then to have an Australian play an Australian character. And it seems like a no-brainer, but it's testament to directors like Jill who come back and say, no, I want an Australian to play this role. And it's not a quota, but it needs to be fought for. There's so many Australian actors who are doing extraordinary work, but when it's a director like yourself who could have anybody, and you decided to have me, even without the eyebrows, and fight for budget cut. You had a budget cut. Yeah, that's true. You actually took a cut in the budget to have an Australian play an Australian role. Now, isn't that silly? But there you go. And you fought for it, and I wouldn't be here without you, Jill. So thank you. And thank you all. This is an extraordinary industry, and this means so very much. Thank you.